I'm early. I was almost an hour early, and that last 5 minutes is hard to do. So let's get moving. All right, there we go. All right. Well, I feel like I haven't been here in ages. I didn't realize some of the people with the Pearl Fest was going to be here that many days. I probably would have tried to come out again. Yesterday was actually pretty nice. I should have came, but I actually got kind of confused because I thought it was Monday. And around 10 p.m., I looked at the clock and my husband was still home. I said, honey, you're late. He's like, no, I'm not. It's Tuesday. So that's why I wasn't here yesterday. So, and it was nice and sunny yesterday. I was only waiting out the weather. Oh, I'm on my earbud again, too. Hang on, let me fix that. Let me take off my Bluetooth. Alright. Off. There we go. Alright. No more earbud. I'll put it away later. I was listening to Natalie. She had a really good person on. So I'll have to finish watching it on the replay. Oh, the doors are open. There's somebody in black coming. I don't think it's one of them, though. I don't like them to know I'm coming until I'm there. I think that said Jessica likes to disappear on me. And I'm walking. Trying not to bounce too much. I'm a bouncy walker. Can't help it. And this isn't really a gimbal. It's just a tripod. So I'm pulling my wagon. Yeah, I'm glad to be back out. It was weird being gone as long as I was. Alright. I heard some people say a lot of good things recently to members. If I can remember them, I will say them today. Here we go. Oh, there's people in the cafe. It's nice. I never see anybody like jump up until I'm loud. So, if you have to ask permission to leave, you're not free. You should be free to think and read and look at anything you want on the internet. All the other religions let you because they believe something way better. I didn't know what to say. They believe. All right, there we go. Sorry about the shaking. Got to get the tripod ready. All right. If you have to ask to leave, you're not free. Oh, there they go. Freeloader debt is not enforceable in the real world because a church cannot collect a debt on church services. It is a donation and it is tax-free. So they cannot hang that over your head if you want to leave. Yeah, they didn't lock it, but they pulled it closed. Oh, they're slow today. Yeah, I don't think it's the earbuds are working when I go live. I'm listening to something, I have the Bluetooth on, but I think there's some setting. I think when I go live, they're not on. I think that's why there's no difference. Boy, they're slow today on the blind tech, y'all. Slow today. Hey, everybody. So, I was thinking seriously about, I'll stay here for a little while. But I think I'm going to set up on the corner now that I've seen how many people go in and out that side door. So we'll stay here for a little while. And then I'm going to move. Because when I was here with everybody else, I was set up over there a little bit, and man, the amount of, now it was Friday night, it was graduation. So, but now I realize the only people I'm seeing coming out the front door is people with canes or walkers or scooters because they can't get up the stairs. So everybody else is going inside. Hi.
Hi.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I was just walking by.
Oh.
I was just seeing what your sign said.
Yep. If you have any questions, I'll
Scientology.
talk with you.
Nice.
Yeah. They don't let their members leave.
Oh.
The Sea Org, they put their kids in as early as 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
And they join the Sea Org. So they have different levels. They have Sea Org, which is like a military arm. And they sign a billionaire contract because they believe they live multiple lives.
Okay.
And so they're not allowed to leave. If you have to escape. They've had people jump in, get in people's trunks of cars when they didn't know it to get out. Then you have staff. They sign a 2 to 5 year contract. Now, Sea Org, they get paid $50 a week.
Okay.
That's it. If the org made money. Staff makes $200 a week if the org made money, which they're not with us standing here. So they work 80 to 100 hours a week here. Then they have to have a second job to pay rent. Sea Org, they give them birthing. But I don't know what they're doing here, but in Chicago, they opened right after this one in March. They have them 8 to a studio apartment. But they do the bunk beds like 3 tall. So you get a bunk and you get $50 a week if you're lucky. And they feed you, but some days it could be rice and beans if they didn't make enough money. So that's why I'm here, because I don't care what other religions do. I don't, until they start abusing their members. Children, they don't believe our children because they're like, well, you could have been an 80-year-old man in your last life. So you've had other lives where you weren't. So they look at them as big beans and small body scissors. A lot of SA on children. A lot of ex-members have come out, and they're not allowed to go to the authorities. That's a definite no-no. Did you see the Danny Masterson trial at all? Danny Masterson was on that 70s show. Did you ever see that? Mm-hmm. He was Hyde?
Yes.
Well, he's Scientology family, second generation.
Okay.
And starting as early as the late 90s, when he was, I think, on the show at that time, I can't remember, he was drugging and R-ing women. And they weren't allowed to go to the authorities because they were Scientologists. Well, one did in like 2003, because they're like, why did it take 20 years for them to get him to court, or 15? Well, because they weren't allowed, and they got in trouble if they did. Well, they left because of what happened, and they did go to, 3 of them went together, and he went to trial last year, and he's doing 30 years to life for 2 of the counts. One, she didn't, they found him not guilty for her. And everybody says there wasn't enough evidence. They were able to get the documents from the church where he admitted to it, to the church, but didn't think it was wrong. And they did nothing about it. They blame victims in this church. They're like, well, you pulled it in. You brought this on yourself. There's a girl, oh my God, I just forgot her name. Guys, what? Who's the girl that, Dark Arts? Anyway, her dad was doing that to her as early as 5 years old. And the church knew, because when you go into an auditing session, it's like therapy/interrogation. You have to tell them anything wrong you've been doing. They just wrote it down and put it in his file and did nothing. And he went from when you go to different, what they call posts, different locations, that file goes with you. And they read your file, and it's in there. So everybody in the church, it started in England, ended up, I think, in California, and she's speaking out now about it, and was trying to take, I don't understand this part. He confessed to the LAPD of everything because he did only to protect the church. So, and they're still not pressing charges. I don't know what's going on with that. I got to find out more about that. That was very recent. I think they were trying to say the statute of limitations. Miriam, yes. And she's finally speaking out. And there's this whole network now called SBTV. There's 100 and something of us protest channels that are just, I'm and I've never had anything to do with Scientology. And I heard about this opening. I live 75 miles from here. And I'm like, he bought this building 55 years ago. The leader then, he died. But there's a new leader that's worse. Because it was next to a college. Because he wanted to get young people. But because they waited so long to really open it, social media is ruining them right now. And there's at least 60 ex-member channels that speak out on YouTube. And like, I never thought, I'm a grandma, I'm 55 years old. I never thought I'd be standing here live protesting last year. I just started in February when they opened. So there's a whole, we're international now. We've got people in England and Paris and other places doing this because what they want to do is bring you in and try to get you, suck you in. And if, as long as we're standing here, they close. When we get here, my people time how fast they can close the doors and pull off blinds. What church do you know does that? That wants to hide when we're just standing. I don't do the yelling and that kind of stuff. I do this. I talk to people. And so the first couple times I came, they left the door open. But I do, when the door's open, I do let them know there's a foundation out there that'll help them escape. That'll help them get, a lot of times because they were taken out of school and middle school, trained and started working 80 to 100 hours a week at 12 or 13 years old. And they have no education. So they have to help them get a GED, an apartment, a job, a car. A lot of them don't even have a driver's license because they've spent their whole life in there. And so that's why I'm here, and that's why it's a cult. A cult doesn't let people leave. And even if you're not Sea Org, if your staff or your public is the people that pay the tens of thousands of dollars to take courses here, because there's no deity. It's all about the tech. It's courses and stuff to better your life. Well, publics, to go up this bridge of total freedom, they call it, can spend $100,000 to do that. And if they have more money, they're pressured to donate. So that's how they've got $1 billion in offshore bank accounts. And they're just running off of the interest. And they're in here making $50 a week or $200 a week, and their leader's driving a Bentley worth $240,000 and getting Italian handmade shoes for $5,000. That's also how you know it's a cult. So I can keep going. There's more.
I actually do have an event to get to.
Yeah, I saw. That's awesome.
I appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah. Just look up, now there's so many of us, if you type in Scientology, you're more than likely going to get one of us than a pro-Scientology channel. So, yeah, that's awesome. Well, they won't get you now. They probably wouldn't anyway, but I can see why you're here. All right, you have a good day. She had a thing on that said Faith Council High School. So she's here for something of faith. So she's already has a church and probably would have never. Okay, I haven't read the chat yet. It's very sunny where I'm at. I'm going to move over just a little into the shade so I can see the chat. I'm moving. I'm shaking. Look away. Look away. Look away. Okay. That's a little bit better. Let me move away. I like putting my... if I'm not, I like to put my wagon in such a way that people come at me. Okay, where are we? King's Kid, hello. Jessica Beach, thank you. Glad to see you back. Cece, sounded fine with earbuds. Yeah, I don't think they're really working. What's up, Linda? Yeah, that was fast. They were ready today. The Pearl Fest probably had them on guard. Miss Janie, hi. Girly Ghost, hello. Jessica, was that a college student that just went in? Do many go in? I missed it. Sometimes I do that. I'm looking either a different direction and I miss it. That's another reason I want to move over. I'm going to move. There's a group of, looks like young people. Okay. I turned it this way so you're not on camera. They look like they could be high schoolers, so I don't want to put them on camera. Those are definitely high schoolers. Okay. Where were we? No, you know what? Mostly, Jessica, the college students that go in are trolling for the most part. Thanks, Girly Ghost, for reminding me her name. I was drawing a blank. I know her name. Kids cannot consent in Scientology. That was a good one. I should have seen that. I don't remember. Kids cannot consent. Under the age of 18, they should not be auditing adults. That is child abuse. Auditor training is child abuse anywhere else but here. If you did that anywhere but here, you would go to jail. I had a lot of coffee on the way here. So, but yeah, I don't know if many of you saw why I hadn't been here, but mainly it was the weather, because I drive kind of a decent distance and I don't really want to be doing, if it doesn't show that it's going to be raining right here, that's not a big deal, but I don't like driving in it if it's going to be really bad. And it's not me. I grew up north. I can drive in snow. But these idiots do not understand that rain means slow down. But Sunday, Mother's Day, woo, that was a day. We had a hailstorm that was biblical. My son said that. He lives 30 miles to the west of me. And I didn't realize he had texted me. That boy does not pick up the phone and call for nothing. I didn't see it till later that it hit him too. And he's in a 2-story. And he said it was so loud. It was loud and deafening in the bottom story. You know, normally when we have hail, yeah, we have hail. And usually I don't hear it until I'm out on the deck where we have a metal awning. But I was asleep. It was like 8:30. I've been on a really bad sleep schedule. It's my husband's fault. Because he works nights, and when he's off, I will stay up till 3 in the morning to watch TV with him, because that's his schedule. And then I'm off schedule for a week or so. And I still am. I've had no sleep. But that's okay. Caffeine will work. So it was like 8:30 in the morning. And I woke up out of a dead sleep to this deafening roar. I thought it was a tornado, because that's the only thing I could think that it could be. And it was hitting the side of the house. I've never had hail hit the side of the house or bounce so hard it hurt. That happened later when I went to film. So I'm like, I sat there for a minute with my dogs freaking. One of my little dogs was shaking so hard. And I sat there for a minute, kind of getting my bearings. I got up and I ran to the front door, and I opened the front door and I saw it. It was, oh my gosh. And it wasn't the size. They weren't that big. They were only about, quarter size maybe. It was the volume. There was so much. I've never seen that much hail in one place like that before. And we've had hailstorms before. We had a truck back in the 90s, early 2000s that got dented from hail. But it was never like this. And so then I remembered, hey, maybe I should film this. So I did. And this is how long it went on. I've never seen a hailstorm last this long. So I had time to go get my phone, go back to the porch, film, turn it off, call my husband, who luckily wasn't home yet. Normally he's home at 7, but he had to work overtime and he was tired. So he took a nap in the parking lot at work. So he was just coming home from an hour north of us, from Waco. And I said, it looks like it's coming towards you, or you're going to drive into it, because it was going from the west to the east. So I said, you need to find somewhere to take cover. And I let him go. And I think I filmed again. When I filmed that time, it was hitting my deck. Now I have a roof deck, so I don't know if it was coming at an angle. It was hitting my deck so hard and bouncing up. It felt like somebody was shooting, paintballs or something at me. It was very, very painful. So I was like, out, okay, went back inside, went and sat with the dogs, and called my husband again to find out where he had parked. He was still driving. I said, you need to pull over. And I was just like, an underpass or something. Well, he found one of those shed dealers that are on the side of the road. Because, I mean, between Waco and our house, there's nothing. And there's probably not that many overpasses. It's pretty flat. And there's not a lot of crossroads. So that was probably the only thing he could find. Well, he found one of their barns. I thought he was going to get under a carport. I said, I don't know if the carport's going to be enough. Because there's no sides. He goes, oh, I found a barn. And he's backing into this barn. And it gets all dark. Because we were on Messenger. And he's like, well, I guess I'm going to take another nap. I said, okay. And I waited it out. And then I went back. Well, when I went back out that time when we were talking, it was gone. But I could hear this roar from a distance. It was so bad. And there was no tornado. As far as I can tell, there was no tornado. Because if there had been one after that, we wouldn't have had the leaves. So my husband, when he came home, said there was drifts of hail on the road, like snow drifts, and it was steaming because it, wasn't that cold, and all the trees have been stripped of at least half of their leaves. You couldn't see our sidewalk anymore, or our stepping stones or anything. It was all covered in leaves. The cars were all covered in leaves. Luckily, so that truck got saved. Luckily, the other two cars were under a big tree in the driveway. And we have a camper next to them. He hasn't got up on the camper yet. He needs to. But so the car that was farther in has no damage because it was under the tree. And the other car had no damage except the rear window that was sticking out from under the tree. So being under the tree saved the vehicles. So the only thing damage we really had was the rear window on the car. It could shatter any moment. It's all spider webbed. It's dinged and spider webbed. So I already put in a claim, just waiting on them to get back with me. And I don't know, we do know like one of the lights is broken on the camper, but it's plastic on top. So I won't be, but there was a little bit of it sticking out. So, but yeah, that was, I'm terrified of tornadoes. I grew up north around tornadoes, and one time way back in the 90s, we've been here for 30 years, I panicked, and I was babysitting two people's kids, and I have she gave me the garage door opener for her house, and she has a brick house, which is better than mine. Well, we were getting a tornado, and they were in another town having dinner, so I freaked out, got everybody in the truck, and went to her house, and got in her, you can pull right into her garage, and we went and got in her closet. So that was panic. This time, I was terrified. I was shaking afterwards. I was scared because I didn't know what to do. Hi, Pharaoh Cheryl. I'm talking about this biblical hailstorm we had on Mother's Day. That's why I haven't been here. Our weather has been pretty bad. Except yesterday. I should have been here yesterday. But hey, so is Natalie over? I was watching Natalie. I got here super early. Like almost an hour, not quite. There was no bad traffic and I got here really quick. Yeah, I was just getting, luckily, two of our cars were under a tree. And even though it ripped half the leaves off the trees, the only damage we had was the second car's rear end was sticking out. So that back window looks like it's going to shatter. It's all spider web. But we have good insurance. The claim's already in. And my husband, luckily, was on the way home, and he was able to pull into a barn at one of those shed dealers. So that car was okay. We're not sure about the top of the camper. The house seems to be fine. It was just the trees, and my husband, when he drove home, he saw a lot of dead birds. A lot of birds didn't make it because it was like bullets. And have our trees, some of our trees, we have a lot of trees. You can't see the street light through the trees. Now it looks like fall. Over half of the leaves are gone. Hi, Brian. Hey, Scientology. Yep, I did. So, anyway, I was just recounting our biblical hailstorm. So, I do have a video, but I need to edit out some things where somebody might be able to know where I live. So I just got to cut some of it out. But man, that was scary. It was more scary than anything. Luckily, we have a lot of trees that broke a lot of the momentum. So I think we're going to be fine, mostly. Just the back window of one car. And that's it. I'm like, hey, you know what? We have comprehensive. It'll pay for it. We're good. So it was pretty stormy that day and Monday. Yesterday was good, but I should have came out yesterday. I was really lazy because I think I here Friday or Saturday. So I was gone Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Oh my gosh, I've been gone 4 days in a row. And I could tell. I know the grackles. I know. We kind of get tired of them because they will take over a tree. You should see them like outside of McDonald's where they know they'll get some French fries. Yeah. Oh, it's you know, I got over it. But just at the time, it was pretty scary. But luckily, there was no tornado. I can deal with hail. I don't want to deal with tornadoes. Yeah. So, how long were you guys here? I didn't know how long people were actually staying because I wish I could have come back. But what happened to me not coming on Saturday, if I was here Friday, I can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday night. I think it was Friday. That was just a really long day for me. I had to recover on Saturday, and then the storms hit. So, you know, crap happens. It's just life. No big deal. I did miss it. Somebody asked me the last time I was on, like, do I get burnout or something like that? And I'm like, you know, not really. I actually miss it if I'm gone. Well, probably because my life is totally boring. I'm just going to turn, see if we can watch people come from the corner. This is pretty much all I do. And my husband's asleep during the day. My grandkids and my daughter moved away. So I don't have anybody to talk to. So I get it all out here. Yeah. So, Parody, so I asked you about going to the mission in Houston. And everybody, my daughter lived south of Houston for a while. I can't remember the name of the town. Everybody's saying that neighborhood's really bad. I can see why you don't want to go there and you come here. Yeah, watching you guys was super fun. Being here with you guys was super fun. It was so good. Because as you can see, normally I'm by myself, which I would love to be with a group, but I like the fact that I come early in the day and Pearl usually comes later in the day, so we cover more time that way. So it kind of works. Well, if you ever want to go, let me know. I know you've probably emailed me. I haven't. I need to check. I'm so bad about that. I have a day planner I don't even open. I'm going to have to start packing a stool. I might have to go over near the benches and just lean. I want to go stand as it gets later. Let's see, what time is it? It's almost 3. So I know there's like a shift change. Hi, Hitzel. Melissa. I know they came from LA. That was so awesome. And from Florida. And I think Liz came from Sacramento. I want to go to LA because my daughter, let's see, I went to a Popcorn Planet meetup in Burbank last year. And, well, no, more than a year ago, about a year and a half ago. September before last, I think. Or was it like? No, it was just last September. It took me going there. It took about an hour and a half. Coming home, it took me a little over an hour. So it just depends on traffic to get to LA, and that wasn't very far from LA. So I know that if I go visit my daughter, I can come up and hang out in LA a little bit. So I'm gonna do that I may wait until summer's over. But then again, Saturday I walked them to the parking lot. Oh, I know, I watched. That was awesome. I didn't even know where their parking lot was because I didn't really care because I don't move around. But I think I'm gonna try to do that. Hi. Can't come out this week. Oh. Yeah, I know, Hitzel. Are you leaving where you are, the town you are now? Or are you just moving in your town? I know, I love my little body painting.
It says right here.
He's with me. There's my body painting. Screw you, Scientology. Oh, good. Okay, Bourbon. Okay, then it won't take me long to get there at all. They called a car full of guys on me. Be careful. Let them. I'm in a mood today. They don't want to mess with me today. I'm in a mood all the time. Oh gosh, sorry guys. I got and I did it on purpose because the only way to get back on a regular schedule is to just stay up one day. So I just drank a lot of coffee to get here. Okay. I'm gonna move over to the corner in a little while. I need to get some sun too. Used to be when I was out more in the summer, I would just let my face get just a little bit of sun, not overboard, and I wouldn't have to wear foundation because I have freckles. So I need to do that. I need to get some sun so I don't have to wear this crap. Yeah, I know. Well, they got rid of their security guards because they weren't doing what they wanted them to. They didn't arrest them. They went down and filed charges. But you know, you can file anything you want on somebody at a police station. That doesn't mean they're going to pick that up or enforce it. We had somebody go and put a false report in on my husband, and he was angry about it because she said that he put hands on her, and he was at a medical clinic with my son and his ex, and what she didn't know was they got there first, and they informed the security guard that she was a problem. So he watched every second they were there, and there's video, and he didn't even go near her. It was completely false. But it's still open because they're not going to investigate it, and in order to get the footage, we'd have to get a subpoena, and so it's just sitting there as an open case. So he wasn't arrested. The cops aren't doing anything about it. It's, you know, she filed a lot of false reports, and they just sit there. I don't understand why somebody like that doesn't get in trouble for filing a bunch of false police reports, but there you go. They're also inside the building behind the alley, watching from the windows. Really? They own that building too? Or you mean just the back of the building? I'm not going back there. I'd have to do that on a day I didn't bring my wagon. I have too much with me, but I might. What I want to start doing, I need to find out about I don't see flyers on posts like in LA, so it's probably not allowed. But I'm going to find out, because I won't do it right here on this sidewalk. They'll just take them down, but I might take walks around and see if I can put up flyers. Yeah. So I figured they're using the thugs. That's why I set up the way I do with my wagon. I've got the sign in front of me. It'd take them some work to get to me. And by then I'd have my cane. Man, I don't know why my back. You know, I know why my back is hurting. Because I haven't been out here for 4 days. And I think my back got out of shape. So, you know what? Let's go set up over on the... They were talking to security guards. What security guards? Oh, the campus security guards? Yeah, I watched you the other day. I saw some of what they were doing. And then when we were here Friday, I saw campus ambassadors helping them. That just burns my butt that they're getting the campus involved in this bull crap. You know what we need to do? We need to do a mass email to the dean or campus something. I'll find something. I'll find an email and a phone number, and we're gonna put out the word that these people are cult. All right, I'll be careful. Thanks. 'Cause I didn't see all of that, but I saw some of it. I've been fully expecting. I don't think they bother with me that much because I'm not as much of a thorn as you and Pearl and those guys are. But I'm not going to discount it either. If you have to ask to leave, you're not free. You should be able to do what you want when you want. Churches, normal churches, don't tell you when to come and go. Normal churches don't tell you what to read and what you can't read. I've been members of churches, and I read the scriptures, and I read the stuff from the leader, but I also do my own thing, and no problem at all. When my kids didn't want to go anymore, they just stopped going. They didn't have to route out. They didn't have to escape. They just stopped going. Nobody bugged them. Well, more about what's going on. I caught Scientology leaving campus. Yeah, that's true. If you have to ask to leave, you're not free. You should be able to do what you want on your own time. Yeah, see, she has a cane, so she came out front. So we're gonna move down to the corner. So I'm moving an open tripod with a wagon. So you might want to look away. I get oh yeah, I did. These brakes are super tough. There you go. Alrighty then. Alright, here goes the tripod. Okay. And we're moving. We're moving. We're moving. We're moving. I just hate that I have to stand near the freaking trash can. Let's see. I could stand by that light post so I wouldn't be in the way. Let's see. Because I want to see both the front and the side. So the only way to do that is to set right here. Okay, moving. Yeah, we can get both, and I'm not in anybody's way. Alrighty then. The trash can's behind me, yay. That's wonderful. I'm okay until classes let out. Man, there's not a lot of people crossing. Okay, it's gonna be hard to see the chat because it's sunny. Oh, got my back. Oh, God, woo. You know what? I'll take some medicine here in a second. Okay. It is super, super hard to see the chat. And I can't see the side that well anyway. Whoop! Sorry, I'm moving. There we go. Alright. Oh. Don't touch the trash can, please. There we go. Alright. It's going to be hard to see the chat. Alright. Yeah, I've thought about not bringing, I think next time, if it's a weekday, I'm not going to bring the wagon. I'm going to bring just the gimbal, and I might go on campus for a little while towards the end. Hi, Fluffer Squirrel. Jessica. It would be great if cult awareness was a part of first year orientation too. Yeah, I know, but they're in bed with them, what I hear. I hear the dean or the owner or somebody, whoever's in charge of the campus, has some dealings with the Scientology. Love the Tilly. Oh, and Fluff for art shows. Yeah, that was fun. It got me to get my stuff out again. I used to color when I was bedridden, because I have a craft room. I love to do crafts, but I haven't been up to it. But I could color, and I got like this huge pen set and pencils and adult coloring books. And they gave me a neat, that was a fun idea what you guys were doing the color first or whatever. I just haven't ordered the right, because I have the alcohol markers too. Yep, see? If you have to ask to leave, you're not free. Yep, I've been missing them over here. When I get my bigger sign, that'll be awesome to have. I hope hubby works on it this weekend. Yeah, but that was fun. Gave me some, I saw a lot of people, ooh, I'm going to pull my stuff out. I'm like, yeah, that would be cool. I probably won't have a long live today. I don't know what's going on with my back. 4 days off and my body goes to crap. Ooh, it's too sunny right here. I'm not gonna be able to stay here long. I need to get a better back brace. That's what I need. Oh, hey, Brian.
Hello.
Hi, what's up, guy?
Just get something to eat, and I'm going to find out where you broadcast this thing.
Okay. See, he's pretty cool with me, but there was one day he got mad at Scientology and he kicked their sign. By the way, I just noticed they have a new sign out. Did you notice? They probably had to change it because the other one got torn up. This beeping is driving me crazy too. Guys, I can't stand here this long. It is direct sun. I can't do it. Should I move closer to there or back closer to the front door? I can get more actual Scientologists there, but I can keep more people from going in the front door, which is what I'd rather do. You know what? That's what I'm going back to the front, because I'd rather be there for students and stuff. The people that work here know about us, so I'm just going to go back over here and lean on this bench. Yeah, they've got their DirecTV channel up now. Alrighty. Moving again. Try not to shake it too much. Oh, God. There we go. Oh. Thank God. I'm leaning on the bench. That way it's really hard for people to get to me that way too. I have a bench behind me, my tripod in front, and my wagon to the left, and a tree to the right. So there's just this one space they can get. But yeah, they've got their direct channel on there. Sorry guys, I don't know what is going on with me today. Oh my God, my asthma and my back. Jeez. I wish I could do chalk art. I thought about trying to figure out a way, and my husband's pretty handy. a way to have chalk on a longer type stick holder that I could do from standing up, then I would do it. What's been going on lately? So I watched a couple of Natalie's today. When I get ready, I listen, and driving, I listen to the next one. So I usually try to save a couple to get caught up. But I was watching her recap today, and then I was watching her interview with I saw her name. But and then I was also watching her live with Nora about what they went over in Portland, which I thought was pretty awesome. Sorry that it, had to upset Nora so much, because they were talking about high control groups. If y'all didn't see that, you should watch it. They go over all the, it's like a pie chart, all the things that high control groups do. Somebody was talking about therapy in the chat, and I said, because I had, my mom was emotionally abusive. It wasn't that physical, but I moved out when I was 17. I went in the Army when I was 17. The reserves. And I really didn't have, I did, talk to her on the phone, but we moved away. We moved so far away. He was able to pick a base. He picked California. He wanted to go as far as possible. She died when I was 30. And I've been trying to get therapy. We're not a big town, so there's not a lot to choose from, but I have had therapists fall asleep on me because I would go late in the day. I've had therapists who would stop me. This was the second to last one. He would stop me mid-sentence and use dragon speak to put his notes of what I was saying into his computer, which, to be honest with you, I don't know why he didn't just give me the mic. So he would stop me mid-sentence to go, okay, the patient says da 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 da, and I'm just like, so half of my session was him doing his notes. So then I had another one that she had the biggest laptop I've ever seen, and when you're sitting on the couch and she's at her desk, you can't see her, and all she did is sit behind her computer and type. So the only good therapist I found was the last one. I had 2 or 3 sessions with her, and she moved away. I tried to ask her where she was going, if she was staying local, but I don't know if she was allowed to tell me. She's the only one that gave me coping skills. She gave me this tapping thing to try, which I liked. Oh my goodness. We got lots of people jumping in here. Miranda, thank you. Hi. Dusty, hey, what's up? From Coldwater. Your studio is very colorful. General Boa, Quebec here. Hi, hi, hi. Dan Walks LA, hi. I've been watching you. What was with that wheel you guys were doing? That was hilarious. And hubby's here. We were talking about you. I was telling him about my therapist. Because, on my way here, Natalie had on a life coach. And people in the chat were talking about therapy and, it's good and how great it is. And I'm like, the only good one I ever had was the last one, and she moved. I know, right? Because it sounds like, are they trying to open? Do they have people outside? Because either way, it's still good. let them know we're still here, that you guys are still out there. I'm coming to LA. Probably won't be the summer unless you guys are cooler than here, because August gets like 102 or more. So I may want to come cool off. My daughter lives about an hour and a half from LA, so I would go stay with her. Well, they're still open, but they're not body routing on. Well, that's kind of like what they're doing here. They're open. You see their new sign? I guess their other one got too beat up. So now they got that instead of trying to get people to come in. Yeah, I want to come. Well, I've only met my grandbaby once since she was born. That was last September. I spent a month there. You know Lewis from Nerd Report, right? Well, before SPTV and Aaron, that I've been watching since 2022, I've been a member of the Popcorn Planet community. So I've met Lewis twice before at meetups. One in Vegas and one in Burbank. Matter of fact, if you watched their live last night, I think, they were having a meetup at the same place. If you have to ask to leave, you're not free. No church should tell you when and where to go somewhere. No church should tell you what to read. Well, I'm just saying, if you guys are hot too, it might be more like September when it starts cooling off. If you guys are cooler than here, yeah. And my daughter lives near Riverside in the valley, so it's a little bit cooler there sometimes, she says. She loves it. She loves not having 105 for 3 months, or it's not really always like that. Yeah, we got here the 1st of August, 1993, and almost got a divorce because we had a baby in a carrier, we had a 5-year-old, and we moved ourselves because our first move that the Army, they pay for either way. When they packed all my stuff from back home after we got married, they stole stuff. And we found out that's common, so we did what they call a ditty move. We rented the U-Haul, we packed it all up. When we get here, we don't know anybody. And he's got 3 weeks leave still. So we stopped, we unloaded to a storage space by ourselves. We had some big crap. TVs back in the 90s were like 200 pounds. So then we went home, then we came back. We found a really crappy place to live because what happened is 1993, our base in California closed. Fort Polk, Louisiana changed over, and they had 6,000 soldiers show up here in 4 months. And there was no place to live. It was August, and people were living in tents. They were putting, hey! That's assault. Touch me, no, you don't touch me. You touch my stuff.
You touch my stuff.
You get out.
You
Get out.
me.
Get out. I'm not doing this.
You like him. Give me some water, leave. Ice cold, clean water. I'm out.
I'm not giving you anything. You're rude. If you'd have been nice, I'd have gave you water.
You know you.
If you'd have been nice, I would have gave you water.
No, you are not.
Yes, I would.
How many times have I asked for water today?
You didn't ask me for water today, and you weren't nice about it. You took my
Yeah.
sign. If you'd have come and asked me for water, I'd have gave. I got 3 bottles of water in here. I'd give you one, but you were rude.
I'm dying.
You're not dying if you're grabbing my sign and throwing it on the ground.
Well, if
Go
you
away.
handed me
Go away, or
water,
I'm calling the cops.
You are not.
I'm
a nice
calling the
person.
cops.
Fuck Scientology.
I'm not here for Scientology, dumbass. Read the sign.
When you go to that,
I'm not in the mood. It's too hot. I did.
you said it wasn't about Scientology.
I'm against Scientology. That's what I'm here for.
Scientology is
A cult. Leave my sign alone. Let go!
God says,
Let go! Get out!
I want water.
I'm at the corner of Guadalupe and 22nd, Austin PD. You can Google and find the number. He's left. He knew I was going to hit him. I just broke my sign, though. I hit my sign really hard. He didn't. It was already messed up. I did that. Told you. I ain't playing. You don't give somebody like that an inch. I'm not a nice person. He'd have come up and said, "Hi, ma'am, can I have some water?" I'd be like, "Yes, you can." He got way, way, way too close to me. No, I didn't hit him. He's still here. I know they want to be on camera, but I don't care. Yeah, it is hot. He probably is thirsty. But he grabbed my sign and threw it on the ground. That's not somebody that wants a bottle of water. Yeah. I am upset.
That way, deep inside your store.
If he gets nasty, I'll mute. I can't. I'm using my phone. Although I have other phones that would call 911. Let me see if one of my other phones is charged, because they'll call 911. Dead.
Usually I charge everything before I leave.
Took my other phones out. This was the phone I was filming on. And normally I would charge it in case I need it, and I didn't. So, if anything happens, I'm at Guadalupe and 22nd Street, Austin. If I have to, I'll log off, but I want to keep the camera rolling. So, can I call and film, or will it knock it off? I've never had to do it. I forgot to turn my notification. This guy here got violent with me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He took my sign, threw it on the ground,
This
got
sign?
aggressive.
I don't care.
Thanks.
Here now.
Thanks.
Don't talk to me.
I told you he's usually cool with us. I would have gave him water, but he was mean.
Just leave me.
Now you want one too.
I'm good. You guys?
Well, I can have ice, but not water.
No, it's frozen water, dude. That's it.
Now it's got soda in it now. I want a clean one. Is that
Just kind of
clean?
go. Thank
No.
you.
No, I mean, you're
Anyway,
not
so
gonna
what's the
die
name of
with
the
a
what's the
clean
name of
water.
the stream that you?
Miss Kim SP. Miss Kim SP.
So you need to call the police.
Yeah, well, I've got my people on here ready to call.
They need to call me.
All right. I'm gonna call. Yeah. Let me. If it kicks you off, I'm coming back.
I don't know,
It probably will.